morning everyone, it's Yvonne here from the Aussie Goddess to do What's Cracking reading. I did a reading on my phone, I did a presentation I guess on my phone yesterday, and someone said that sounded so much better. Unfortunately, if I use my phone I can't show you the cards. And not everybody has trouble hearing. It's some sort of setting in YouTube. I was watching a couple of videos yesterday because I had the day off, and it was quite interesting actually, because a lot of people said, oh, I know you've had trouble with my sound, I know you've had trouble with my sound, and I think the problem is it's something to do with the inconsistency. YouTube published to a lot of people, and I don't think it's a really, it's not always really effective for everybody, let's say that. So I've ordered a new, one of the beautiful people who subscribes to me helped me out with I suppose an attachment to see if I can help you get a little bit of a better volume, and we'll try that. But then that's about all I can do. I'm already using a mic. It doesn't seem to make much difference. So if I'm using a mic and my iPad is absolutely perfect with the sound when I play it back, it has to be something to do with YouTube uploading. So I cannot do any more. All right, let's get going. We are going to do the What's Cracking for Monday. If you're interested in anything, know anything about, want to know anything about me, everything's in the box below. I have a couple of places left in the coaching program. I'm still offering this half price until Christmas if you're interested. Oh, that's the other thing. I have to move the time. I keep having an overlap on my Instagram on Friday, so I'm moving that back to 11 a.m. and we'll see how we go with that. YouTube does really well, 12 p.m. Australian Eastern Daylight Time, but yeah, Instagram seems to clash with too many things, so I'm moving that. I think that's everything. Our card pulls for mini reads went exceptionally well on Saturday, so I'm going to keep it on a Saturday from now on. Next one I think is on the 12th of December. Okay, there's some communication coming in for someone here that's going to sort of get them feeling a little bit defensive. There's this energy of sort of almost fighting for yourself here. So whoever that is, the communication that's coming in should really be good, but it's creating conflict. Did I say I'm using the Wild Unknown Tarot? Not really sure. All right, let's see how we go with this. Four of Pentacles coming through. Now, the Four of Pentacles is a card that talks about hanging on. It's very much this energy of not letting go of something that no longer serves you. Sometimes it can be something physical like money. At other times it might be, you know, hanging on to an old way of doing things, hanging on to tradition, hanging on to things that no longer serve you where you are. It usually means something more than hanging on to a person. So it's not like hanging on to a person's energy. This is more like hanging on to a way of believing or a way of seeing your world that is no longer true. Good. That's really nice to see. So the Fool card talks of taking a leap of faith. Now, this is sort of like jumping into the unknown here, taking a chance. There seems to be some sort of conversation that's taking place here. I do think that the communication is good. I do. But I feel like somehow or another, some of you are hanging on to something here and not allowing, and the universe is sort of asking you to take a leap of faith here, but you're not trusting this energy. It's sort of like you're forcing yourself up against an energy rather than trusting where it's taking you. So it could be that somebody's offering you something and you're sort of retaliating somehow. I'm not quite sure what this means. There it is. So it's like you're standing fast. You're standing strong to your own convictions, to your own beliefs. But the universe is saying here, these no longer serve you. You need to take a leap of faith. So this is the card of being stubborn, standing your ground, refusing to move, fighting against what you want. Yeah, and the Ten of Pentacles is here. And the Five of Swords. Okay, so I get something's happening here very, very quickly. There's like a bolt of lightning out of the blue. Something is coming in. Okay, now I get it. It's like something that's coming in that you've manifested or you've desired greatly. But now it's here. It's like you're fighting against it. And I always, when I get this sort of energy, I think this is the time when the universe has provided you with something you've asked for. But because it doesn't fit that picture, that ideal, that Four of Pentacles, you're fighting against something without realizing actually it's really good for you. Because the universe is asking you to take a leap of faith. But you're fighting against something. And I feel like whatever this thing is, because you've manifested what you want. So say, for example, you've manifested a job. You wanted a job. You've manifested your job. But the job that comes in isn't what you were expecting. So you might have been expecting a job in a different area, in a different place, something like that. And this offer is not what you were expecting. And it's like you're refusing to see that. With that Four of Pentacles, it's like you're hanging on to an ideal of what you thought was right for you. And it looks completely different. Let's keep going with it. But I see what the energy is coming through. Five of Cups coming through. So the Five of Cups is a card that talks about looking back at the past. Being stuck in the past and not seeing what's in front of you. This is very much the energy that's coming through. You may not trust the offer that's coming through. I think this is the issue. Even though it's what you wanted, there's some way of thinking, some way of doing that's holding you back here because you don't trust what's coming. All right. Ten of Swords coming through here with that Five of Cups. That's pretty heavy energy. All right, we have the Mother of Pentacles here. This is very, very sort of dark energy here. There is a little bit of relief with the colour in that card. You're stuck in a negative mindset here. You're stuck in a negative mindset. So it could be, for example, that something's being offered to you that just doesn't look. I'm sort of trying to get the energy here. It's like someone's coming in and offered you a dress. And it's the most beautiful dress of all time. It's absolutely gorgeous. But it's in blue, and blue's not your colour. And you're refusing it because it's not the colour you wanted. But there seems to be this energy of leaving something behind here. So leaving behind this old way of doing, leaving behind this old way of being. You're sort of, it's like you're waking up to something that's restricted you in the past that you haven't quite realized it's been restricting you. I think this is a really good thing, and I think this is why the universe is presenting it to you. It's trying to break you out of this mindset. It could be a negative mindset. It could be a negative way of thinking. But the universe is trying to break you out of that by offering you what they believe is right for you. But it's like you're set on something here. All right, let's keep going. There's a lot of anxiety in this reading. And of course we have the Tower coming out right in the middle with the King of Cups. You've got a water sign making an offer. Whether that's work or love or whatever, there's somebody here who's making an offer to you. But somehow or another, this offer just doesn't sit right with you. But instead of looking at why doesn't it sit right with me and what is the problem with this offer, it's like you're going into this, almost this meltdown of anxiety, stress, fear. So it's taking you to somewhere here that the universe says has to go. This way of thinking, this way of doing here has to go. Because whatever's coming here is fantastic, but you're not seeing it. You're not seeing it. It's like you're looking at it with these childish eyes or these childlike eyes, and you're not seeing what it is. And it's creating a lot of stress and anxiety here. Wheel of Fortune, Ace of Pentacles coming through, sorry, with the Seven of Cups. Okay, you're being asked to see through an illusion here. Wow, okay. You're being asked to see through some sort of illusion to give yourself a brand new start. I'm tricky this time. I remember to turn my alarm off. Yeah, you're being asked, this is really cool reading. Okay. Communication coming through. Somebody's rushing in really, really quickly with some communication. Okay, so there's some sort of hanging on here to something from your past that you're not letting go. Maybe you're hanging on to a particular person and it's someone brand new coming in here. Maybe it isn't the person you thought it was going to be, because that would explain. There's a brand new start here, but you've got some sort of illusion around perhaps someone that you've been hanging on to. I didn't think it was someone. I think it's more about the potential or the idea of this person that's appealing to you rather than the actual person themselves. So maybe here, this person isn't either presenting to you in the way that you believed that they were or the way you last knew them. But maybe you're seeing them now without this illusion. You've built some sort of illusion in your mind or in your head about this thing, and it's not like that anymore. It really is a really convoluted reading. All right, so we have the Fool card coming through, implying the universe is asking you to drop your guard, to drop this fight and go for something. It's going to bring you a lot of happiness here. But you've got this conflict thing going on, and it's almost like you want to walk away from something. But the Magician is here, and the Magician implies that you have asked for this. You've asked for this very thing. Oh, wow. Okay. I'm just wondering whether you've got some sort of illusion around somebody you knew or met that isn't true. It's not real, but maybe you haven't seen this for a while, or you haven't seen this side of this person before. Something's really, let me just see if I can get some more clarification. It's like you're being promised this beautiful new start, but in order to move forward, you've got to review how you see things, how you see the world. Because this offer you're getting here, or this thing that's coming to you, doesn't appear to be what you asked for, but the universe is saying it is. Oh, look at this. The sun coming straight out of the gate. All right, we have the Six of Pentacles, the Five of Pentacles, and the Ace of Pentacles here, which is quite interesting. So you're moving into an energy. Oh, this is true love. This is really beautiful, and the Ace of Cups is behind that as well. Oh, with the Nine of Cups. That's almost the same as what we got yesterday in the reading. That's clarifying this reading. You're not seeing something here. You're not seeing something. You're not seeing something. There's disappointment here. There's like this disappointment because something is not as it was supposed to be. You fantasized an outcome to this. You fantasized a person. This may very well be the person you've been asking for, but your fantasy, the illusion around this person is not who they are. And you're seeing this through different eyes now. You're seeing this in a very different way. So it's like somebody is coming in here to offer you something. And obviously love for many of you here. But you've got this idea of how things should be. You've got this mindset, this fixation, this idea that things should happen in a certain way, and it's not happening in that way at all. But yet I see love being offered here. This is something you've wanted. You've co-created this with the universe. You've got exactly what you asked for. Why are you so unhappy, so disappointed? With the Tower here, you've got to let go of something because you've seen something in a different way. It's like your fantasy hasn't worked in the way you wanted it to, or someone hasn't presented. All right, so we have the Daughter of Swords coming through. There's some sort of realization you need to have. Four of Pentacles coming back again. There's some sort of I think you're seeing something in this person that you've not seen in them before. The funny part is the Queen of Cups is here. And it's like you're looking at this through logical eyes rather than through the heart space. Or maybe you're looking at it through some way of constructing your universe, which is no longer right for you. There's a love offer on the table, and it's something you've asked for with this Justice card. But it's just not presenting in the way you want it, and because of that, it's almost like you're responding from the child within rather than from the adult that you are. I wonder if this is sort of somehow breaking down some sort of childhood expectations, some sort of childhood way of seeing things. Maybe you've romanticized something here. It's good though. Whatever it is, it's coming up really, really good. And we do have the King and the Queen of Cups here. So there's great love here for two people. And I know the universe has been creating with you here. But something with this Tower here says to me something has to change. It's like you're locked into doing or saying things a certain way or being a certain way. And it's not what you're presented with. All right, I'll have to leave it there, otherwise I'm going to keep tearing it apart. All right, actually, we might go for a Moonology card here. Some sort of illusion that needs to go. Meditate and contemplate is the card that's come out here. So that's the new moon in Pisces. Oh, wakey, wakey, Yvonne. I had a bad night last night. This card speaks of dreams and romance, of soulmates and poetry. It suggests there's a new start coming your way that's connected to a matter that leaves you feeling somewhat between having your head in the clouds and being in a totally altered state. There could be confusion and disappointment if that's what you've had before and that's what you're expecting. However, if you're onto a good thing, then wish hard, because the words of your soul and heart could help bring about the manifestation of your dreams. If that all sounds a little wet and watery, then that's Pisces for you. This is the last sign of the zodiac, and the new moon in Pisces card can suggest a last-ditch chance to make your dreams come true, which is so what I see here. It's so what I see. Yeah, attune your feelings to guide your way. Logic won't work right now. I think you're trying to look at this from a logical perspective and it's just not happening. Face your fears, they may be holding you back. This situation is being healed, so something here has to be put aside. Okay. Now I just want to read you the teaching here because it may make sense when I read this. Pisces is the sign of reveries and mysteries or depths of emotion and idealism and hopeless romantics. It's the sign of water and the unconscious. Its energy is deep like watery depths. The new moon in Pisces indicates a time to listen to your feelings and to allow your emotions reign free. Whatever you're feeling as you pull this card is more likely that the truth, unless you've been kidding yourself somehow and only you know that that is the case or not. And that resonates so incredibly well with this reading. It's like this energy of that's not what I thought it was, or that's not what I was expecting, because you've got this mindset stuck in this idea of how this should be. And the Tower here is saying this will no longer work for you here. I think you're holding back feelings and trying to do this in a logical way. And maybe you need a combination of both. I'll leave you with that. Thank you.